Stacy, and it's Thursday, and welcome to Weight Loss Diaries. The topic of the week this week, I can't quite remember how they put it or how they say it because when I put my webcam up, it closed out my little title, but I think it's something like false truths or things that we tell, things that hinder our weight loss or our journey that we feel we tell ourselves is okay, but really aren't true, or it could be vice versa. I think that's kind of how it goes. And I think something that I do to myself, or the excuses I make for mine, is that I'll do bad with my tracking. Like, I'll be on track, writing my food into my little activity manager thing all the way up until, to mid-afternoon. And then I think once I go off plan, or kind of off, I munch or I have something and I can't quite track it because I'm not quite sure what it is, I mentally think, oh, I stopped tracking it. I'm like, oh, I screwed up for the day. I'll just start again tomorrow. So then for the rest of the evening, it almost like gives me that sense of like an excuse to eat whatever I want, even though you really didn't mess up, you didn't screw up just because you had that. It could be an extra whatever calories or 2 or 3 crackers. It doesn't give the excuse to not keep tracking. So you might be behind that few calories, but keep tracking your meals from there on. I don't do that, so I give that as a false sense of it's okay to start over again tomorrow. So then when I keep doing it, it's like it's every day it starts over and over again. So that's kind of something I do that makes myself think it's okay to do, when which it isn't at all, because all it's been doing is making me gain weight, if not, not lose the weight at all. So that's something I'm kind of bad at, or I kind of make that tricks me into thinking it's okay to do, but it's really not. And that's how I just spinning my wheels. On that front, I haven't been losing weight. I've been maintaining, well, up and down, up 2 pounds, down 3, up 1, up down a half, kind of maintaining in the same between 212 and 215. I've been kind of stalled out at. The food goes good all the way up until like mid-afternoon. I do daycare, sometimes during rest time. I'm very bored or very caged up. I have work I can do. I have things I can do on the computer. I have crafting things. I have things that can keep me occupied. But instead, I just kind of walk in pace. It's kind of like I'm like this little caged animal, just waiting for the time to click by, or wait for these kids so I can get on with my day. And I just cannot stop snacking or taking something. It's like I'm feeling a void, and it is really, really hindering right now, big time, my mental and physical well-being. Something has to change, and I'm trying to work on that. On a good front, I have been upping my exercise. Now, last week I got in 3 times. During the week I exercised, and today I did almost a half hour my elliptical. And this is my 3rd time this week, and I should probably be able to get one or more in. So I'm getting better at my working out. So strengthening my knee. I don't have as much pain, or if I do, I deal with it and I just work around it. So I'm really happy about that. I'm happy that I'm showing myself that I'm getting stronger, and that every day I'll push myself an extra minute more, an extra half a mile more. Like I did 2 miles on my treadmill the other day. A little bit of an incline, just a little bit. It was at almost 3 miles an hour, but for the walking and stuff with my knee and consistent, it was a safe speed. It kept me. It was a nice even pace, and I did well. I glistened up a little bit, so I'm getting more and more where I'm working up a little bit more of a sweater, working my body, not near as hard as I used to, or what I have to in order to lose the weight, but I'm building, and that's one thing that is positive. But the food issue is not going well, and it's not that I'm eating super bad stuff. It's that I'm eating too much. And not too much at one time, so then when I pick like that, I don't feel guilty, because I don't feel like I'm sitting down and eating this horrendously big binging meal. So then I don't feel guilty about it till way later, before I go to bed or after a meal, and I just sit down and I really think about what I ate that day. how many little things I picked and put in my mouth, then it just like it crashes down on me, and I realize really how much I did overeat. You know, not overeating in like 3,000, 4,000 calorie overeating, but over calorie intake for losing weight, you know, definitely overeating for what my body's burning. So I'm really I'm like a little rat on one of those wheels right now, and I am just burning my tires, and it's in round and around and around in a vicious circle. And so then it's getting me mentally, you know, I'm physically hurting. Like my back aches. I hurt so much. I have not ached like this in a long time. So I can just tell the weight is really affecting me more than just, you know, like not having the clothes that I used to wear. Another thing, you know, I'm wearing clothes. I can't wear the clothes I have in my closet, and it just drains me. And every time I have to walk out of the house to try to figure out something to wear, when you have like 2 pairs of jeans that fit, and you know, you're putting baggy sweatshirts back on, and I know you all can relate this. I know anybody who's watching this, I know you all have to, you know what I'm talking about. I don't air it on my, you know, I don't air it that often. But this is what's bogging me down. So on top of just my food, mentally I'm you know, that dress for success, and you know, the better you dress, the better you feel. When I'm not able to dress like that, you know, really pulls me under. So that is what I'm working on. The good and the bad and the ugly, right? Good, I'm upping my exercise some, but unless I get, you know, my food intake under control, and like I said, sometimes I'm eating like saltier things sometimes, so it's not necessarily bad food, but it makes, you know, retain water and things like that. My water intake is doing great. I can't say that. I have been very consistent at that for the last couple of weeks, over 100 and some ounces. I'm really happy about that habit. I've really gotten back into that. But journaling, logging, using this little device here, you pay how much for, I am bound and determined to get it on track. Every night I go to bed with a new mental plan or a new mental vision that I think tomorrow's going to be, you know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then it rolls around, you know, noon, it starts hitting when I start making these daycare kids food, and I'll start picking, and then it'll be one thing after another. And then by that time I think, well, what's the use? And I know you all can relate. I just had to air it. I had to get it out. Yeah, because, you know, it doesn't happen to me that often, and right now I'm really in the thick of it. But so I'm going to work on my exercising, and hopefully we'll have a better review next Thursday. Take care. Bye.